You never know what you will find, shaping a world that's in your mind. Deport yourself and walk with me.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Your Mobs. And today we're going to be in the Nether. A lot. And we're going to be building this thing, because I need to finish stuff. So let's finish stuff, shall we? Yep. Been a long time since the last episode. I hope you enjoyed the last one, although it was very long, like over an hour and something. Way more than I wanted it to be, but it kind of worked out that way. But I just had so much to go over, just so much to do, so that's why. So we're just building here in the Nether, and I'm just trying to get this Nether Hub thing all situated out. I spent a few minutes on it today already, clearing out parts of the ceiling and just kind of making room for it. Building it up this high is going to be a little challenging in some ways, so you know, who knows, we'll see how that works out. Aside from that, things have been going pretty smoothly for me. We're going to try to keep this episode much shorter than it was last week, so yeah. I'm not sure what else to talk about here, so right. Okay, so this Nether Hub, there's a really interesting feature that we might get around to building today. I hope so, because I've got a really cool tricks up my sleeve that I'm excited to do. Because the thing is, when building this, I want to make it so that we don't have any pigmen spawning in it, because then they just get in the way and it gets frustrating, it gets annoying. And another thing I'd like to do is also make it look cool. I want to make this Nether Hub be cool. So we'll get to that in a second here. I'm following a kind of a model I have here in a window. Hang on, I gotta do some counting here. So I have something open in the corner of my screen here. It's a little window of diagrams of circles I've drawn in Microsoft Paint. I believe that's correct. Let me double check here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay, so here's a circle. Make 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then we're gonna go in 1, so do 2 in another block and 1. I feel like it's a bit tight. Might just be my imagination. Another 1, 2, and then lastly, what the? No, come back! Yeah. Ah, dang it. Okay, I can do this. I don't want my cart to go all the way. No, don't go all the way. Pew! Crap. Alright. By the way, there's a new sprint button in town here. I don't know. I've never seen it in a video or anything. Someone told me, I think it might have been M-Tag, that if you press Control on your keyboard, you just start sprinting. So you don't have to do like the double tap thing. You can just press Control. And it's really nice, because check this out. You can now sprint midair. Like, watch this. Jump, sprint! Like that. You see, I was sprinting midair. It's like, jump, sprint. See? Control. It's the new shift. Or it's the new sprint. Alright. So let's see here. So 2. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 1. So I'm using a ton of slabs because pigmen and gas don't spawn on them. So we don't want any infiltration in the hub. We don't want anything making its way inside. So, and least of all, we want things spawning inside. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a lot of this using slabs and such so that doesn't happen. 1, 2. Okay, so let's go on top here. Alright, so the first outer ring, or the first ring of nether brick is complete. So that's just to add a little bit of spice to the room. There's actually going to be very little netherrack. In fact, this might be the only netherrack in there. In fact, that's currently what I have in there. I also have a design for this thing in a creative world that I use for reference before starting these episodes or in between takes. And yeah, I couldn't find a good place to put netherrack at all. I wanted to use it pretty often, but I don't know, I just couldn't find many good spots, so that's it for that. So this is all the netherrack I have currently in the design. So the next thing we need to do is get a bunch of stairs and more slabs. I have a bunch of nether quartz on me, which I'm going to craft right now into blocks. Still have a ton from the quartz pillars in the desert. I pretty much used all those up. Okay, I have more quartz in here. I'm going to put half a stack in here and then craft up a few more stairs. Just 8 more. Okay. I'm going to need more though. So many stairs. Okay. So this is the first ring. Now the next ring is only 2 blocks out. See, this isn't even the cool part yet. There's like some really cool things. This is kind of the boring part. I contemplated building this off camera, but I figured I'd rather show you guys, the whole thing, or at least as much of it as I can. But yeah, lots of quartz slabs. Oh, the other reason I'm using slabs, cheaper on the quartz. Yeah, much cheaper. Don't have to spend a full block of quartz, just half a block of quartz. So you get 2 for 1, which is nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to break some of this down and break some of that tunnel down, but let me just show you what I got here. So I believe we're gonna have okay, let me think. Okay, let me actually go out a few more blocks, and don't worry, this is part of the design. I'm just trying to make room for part of it too. Okay, so this outer circle is actually gonna be made out of stairs, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crud, hang on. I'm getting all confused. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So this is where stairs go, except they don't. Stairs start here. So there. So then that means the next goes like that, and then we have another one, and then we have another. Oh, dang it! Stairs and their shenanigans. Oh, 1, 2. Okay, so let me make sure I got this right. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then it goes in again, and I think we have just 1, just like that. And then we have, so that's 1, go out again, and then 2 again. So now we're working our way back around. Whoops. Does not want to place it there. I've done this before. There we go. That is a very hard target to hit. And 2 more. Just like so. So let's see. So, and when I'm counting on the outer edge here. So 1, 2 blocks visible, 1, 2 blocks visible, 1 block. Come over here. So 1 and then 2, 2. Right here, so then we... Wait a minute. What did I do over here? Ah, shenanigans. Okay. No, this is right. 1, 2, and then this. Okay, and then we come out like this. Okay. So in case you're curious why these parts stick out, it's because this is the path that's going to go off in this direction. Well, at least start of it, not necessarily the official path when all said and done, but yeah, for the most part. So that's the 1/4 of the circle. It's taken a while to build, so I'm gonna just do that and then catch you guys in when I've built this circle. Then we're actually gonna build something really cool. So I took the liberty of completing this little this section of the hub, and actually this is getting very close to the end of what I've planned out thus far. I'll have to start designing some more and building some more in my creative world, but here's where the really cool things start to happen. So one very unique idea. Okay, first off, first thing I want to point out, cobblestone, not part of the design, just there for now because the next thing we're going to build. Now, the second thing I want to point out is notice that we're only using stairs and slabs for walkable surfaces. There are no solid blocks except for these ones. Thing is, they're very close, like, there's not enough room here for a ghast to spawn because of this wall and this wall. And there are lights underneath this wall right here. So, hoping... Well, there's a chance that pigmen could spawn here, but it's unlikely, and, you know, whatever. If they do, whatever. Not as big of a deal, but at least ghasts can spawn here. Okay, the next thing I want to point out is notice this really cool effect. I wanted to do something very unique for the hub. Something really cool looking, and aside from the round design, I also want to put in carpet on the slabs. Look at that, huh? So if you put carpets on top of a slab, you're able to walk on top of it. However, it looks like it's hovering. It just looks like it's hovering, and you can walk on top of it. So notice that, let me note it for technical reasons. Notice right here, my feet position, 88. Okay, if I walk half a block over, bloop, 87.5. So now I'm on top of this slab, bloop, now I'm on top of the carpet. So you can stand on top of them, which is pretty awesome. So I am going to show you an idea. Now, I'm not necessarily going to use red for everything. I do want to use different colors. One for each of the different... Let me see if I can remember how I did this. I think I did it like this. That's supposed to be covered. There we go. And then we... Oh, I'm out of carpet. Well, anyway, something like that. So just a carpet path that goes from here to wherever your destination is. Not the entire length, just here in the hub. And the idea is to have a different color for each of the 4 different paths. Now this path here doesn't actually go anywhere yet. Pretty much gonna solid wall. Stop here. Although it is possible I could make this go to Serenity Cove, and then this one can go to the fortress. Possibility. However, there's actually not only going to be... there's also the possibility that there could be more than just 4 paths. I could also make it to be 8. I can start putting pathways in each of the corners here. Okay, now for the next really cool part. And this one's going to take a while, so I'm going to do a lot of this off camera. In fact, I'm only going to do one section today, because I need, for each of these sections, 77 dispensers. Screw dispensers. They are so difficult to make. So we'll put them down like this, so they're pointed up. Just like so. And you can see why I'm going to do a lot of this off camera, because I got to sit here on the edges and do this, holding down shift the whole way. So that's not going to be a whole lot of fun. But I'm just going to build these real quick, and then we'll actually do the next really cool thing. I'm also going to wire them up. Underneath these dispensers, I'm going to put an array of redstone torches that go diagonally through here, and all hooked up using repeaters and redstone and such. And I have a really cool design that makes it so one redstone torch powers 5 different dispensers, and that should be pretty cool. So maximize my power, or maximize the number of dispensers activated with the torch, minimize my use of torches. Anyway, I'm going to build this, and then we'll move on to the next stage, and that's where things get even more interesting. How can it get more interesting than already? You'll see how much more interesting it can get. Okay, all the dispensers have been placed in. Have been placed. That's the word, not placed in. Now, one thing I want to point out about this, I forgot to mention it, is that there are no spots for ghast to spawn. So there are no 5x5 squares anywhere. This here is close to, like right here, is the closest thing you get to a 5x5 square. If that was the center, and this was one corner, then the other corner would be this block. So no room for a ghast to spawn there, or anywhere in this whole thing. Okay, so now redstone, yay! Okay, now let's see if I can do this right, because this can be actually kind of tricky. Okay, so let's put the first one here. So just like that. Okay, so I'm going to basically follow a pattern and kind of explain, or try to explain as I go. Oh, I have to put one there for this. This one has to be powered all the way over here, which isn't great, but whatever. That's the price we pay. Now, okay, so then in this configuration, then that would go there. So then another one would go here. That's correct. And then another one would go here, and here, and here. Okay. Okay, I think I'm ready to start talking here. So this configuration is a little confusing because it's not like straight up checkered, and it's, I don't know, it's not like other patterns. But it's kind of like chess, where when you move a knight, you can go 1, 2, and over. 1, 2, and over. So that's what I'm trying to mimic here. So 1, 2, and over will go there. Alright, there we go. Now this one, I'm going to have to make sure that every single... Okay, let's see here. So this pattern will travel in a almost diagonal fashion. It's definitely diagonal, it's just not perfectly diagonal. It's not a 45-degree angle, but it is diagonal. This pattern will cause the signal to go in a, yeah, slightly diagonal fashion. I feel like I made a mistake here. No, I didn't. I'm good. And by doing so, it will power every single repeater one time. And that's actually kind of important. You can't have any overlaps. That's why this pattern is quite important with this configuration of dispensers, because every dispenser must be powered one time and no more than one times. If it is powered more than one time, then you actually end up messing up what they do, which I still haven't explained it, but I'm pretty certain a lot of people have guessed it by now. It's kind of obvious. I mean, I guess it would be obvious to... It'd be obvious to some people. Let's put that there. 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 Now, the reason why I'm putting these ones here with the brick underneath is because this dispenser here isn't powered by anything else. It's powered by this torch, which is powering this brick, which is powering this dispenser. But this torch here only powers this and this dispenser and the 4 dispensers adjacent to it. This one, same thing, but it leaves this one open. So that's why I'm putting those periodically. I'm going to have to go back through and make sure I didn't make any mistakes. Make sure I didn't miss any, which means I'm probably probably end up testing this in a moment. So once I have these in place, we'll actually wire them all up together. Okay, this one won't power anything. Even if I put a brick here, this space is empty and this space is empty. Lag spike. So we're gonna get rid of that. Here's where the tricky part, and that's where what makes this thing tricky, because the dispensers are curving, but the torches are traveling in a relatively straight line. Collectively, they're traveling in a straight line. So that's going to be tricky. Okay, this one's important. There we go. And that one's important as well. And there's one more that goes here. This one's important. Okay, and then another one goes... Okay, so 1, 2 over. Nope, not required. I may have made a mistake here. Yeah, this one's a mistake. It actually goes here. And then who powers this one? This one does. There we go. Okay, I have to go through here and make sure I didn't miss any. This one looks powered. So I'm going to do that, then I'm going to fill them up, and then we'll test them, and then you'll finally see what it actually does for those who haven't figured it out. Oh, actually, I forgot to do the actual redstoning, haven't I? Okay. So, in addition to placing torches, we need to actually have a way of turning them on and off. So I set up... Uh-oh, I did something wrong. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Give me a moment. I'm going to rethink this because... Actually, no, stop. This is fine. This is fine. I'm actually going to start from this way, this side, and go that way. So we do this, so we have... Oh, gosh dang it. I gotta replace this netherrack with bedrock, stone brick, so give me a minute for that. Alright, I have placed stone brick everywhere down here, even underneath these little pedestals here, on which the redstone torch stands. Let me make sure I've got all these repeaters wired up. Yes, they are. Alright, very simply put, this row right here, this line, of torches and repeaters and whatever, these all work together. These are all connected and completely separate from all the others. The idea is you send in a single pulse, right, just like that, okay? So this is what's happening. This repeater is sending power to the block, which is powering the torch is powering this repeater, which is also this dispenser, which is also activating all 4 adjacent dispensers, if there are 4 adjacent dispensers. Next, what happens is the signal goes from this repeater into the block and is also transferred to this torch, into this piece of dust here, which goes to this repeater, block, dust, repeater, block, dust, repeater, block, dust, all the way down the line. And they all work in sequence, just like that. And so when it turns off, or when the signal going into the strand turns off, the torches turn on, activating the dispensers, and this configuration guarantees that you can operate each row individually, which I don't really need to do, but it also guarantees that each dispenser is activated only once, and no more than once, and no less than once. Or no fewer times than once. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. And so the next thing I want to do is set this up in such a way that rather than activating all these lines simultaneously, what I actually want to do is activate them in such a way that it looks like the dispensers are being turned off from the center, woof, and going out. It's actually not too difficult to do. What I'll have to do is, actually, I have to lay down some more brick here. I have 1 more stack remaining. Had to run back to Serenity Cove to get more. I've actually made several trips back to the overworld during this video, running out of nether quartz, running out of redstone, needing repeaters, that sort of thing. Okay, so good thing with repeaters is that redstone doesn't link into them on the side, so that's good. For our purposes now. It's actually kind of bad for some other cool things you can do, but don't worry about it. Okay, so let's just connect them like this, and then we'll worry about the delays in a moment. But I'm gonna definitely need a repeaters in here to make sure that these all actually get activated. Okay, I guess I don't. Oh crap. So here's an issue here. Notice that this repeater is feeding into here, and it's going like this. So that's not good. Okay. Okay, so it looks like I won't be able to do that in that way, but as long as I make sure that they completely avoid the block. No, that's still going to do it. Okay, well, don't worry, I'll figure this out some other time. It's not a huge deal. Wait, why was I connecting? Why was I doing that? No, I don't need to do it that way. I just need to. Okay, these don't need to be connected at all, actually. Wow, I don't know what I was thinking there. If I run a line like this in such a way that it does not connect to that one, I guess I just saw a piece of redstone. I'm like, I need to connect it. No, you don't. Really? Yes, really. You don't need to connect it. Okay. Like this. There we go. That's all we need to do for that. So now they'll all be activated and deactivated simultaneously. There we go. Okay. So next thing I need to do is fill it up, and that's actually going to take some time, lots of trips. 77. Where am I going to get 77? I'm in the Nether. Pooey. Well, I'm gonna do it and get it done, and once that's done I can show you guys and everything will be awesome, and then the episode will be over. So let me go do this next final step, and I will be with you in a moment. Oh, chest. Hang on. Actually, I have this chest for a reason. Because we gon' do this. That's a regular chest. Oh, I thought that was a redstone chest. A trapped chest, if you will. Alright, time to break some stuff. Oh, you're the redstone chest, aren't you? You're the trap chest. Alright, no fire around here, except for that torch. Okay. Place those. And cut. Okay, got the trap chests. There we go. Full hidden storage. And it's going to be hidden behind these portals once, I actually, activate the portal. Which I still need to do, but I'm leaving it off for while we're building here, because it's otherwise just obnoxious. Now, how did you get through there? Silly. Alright, I'm off to fill the dispensers. I will be right back. Yeah, I tried to do it, but I need the iron, so yeah. Okay, it is nearing the end of the episode. Before I go, I'm going to show you guys what we've been working on this whole time. So, where's the button? Who's got the button? I got the button. Alright, ready? Lava! Look at that. Look at that. And it worked first try, too. That's pretty awesome. So this is, obviously, decoration. And I plan to put one of these in all four corners. So it's going to take a long time. It took me an hour to fill this one up. Over an hour, actually. I had to go get iron. Anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Fear of Mobs. This decorative lava feature was one of the things I was really eager on building. The buckets and the dispensers are, yes, they're not completely necessary. However, it's a safety feature because down the road I plan to put in a system so that if you accidentally go off into it, you can push a button, or you can, or maybe your horse trips a tripwire and all the lava gets pulled away and it showers down potions of fire resistance. So that's my plan. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Fear of Mobs. I enjoyed recording it as always, and I'll see you all next time on Fear of Mobs.
My axe right through that mark. At last I found me some diamonds. Oh, I'm so happy I could ride a pig.